ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। हरि ओम। So Bhagavan Vedavyasa brought this road, Srimad Bhagavatam. In that Bhagavatam Mukti Skanda, we see this Hamsa Gita. Hamsa Gita is told or expound to Uddhava. For Arjuna, Bhagavan gave Bhagavad Gita. For Uddhava, it's Uddhava Gita. Uddhava Gita has many parts. So one of the Gitas of Uddhava Gita is Hamsa Gita. Hamsa Pakshi. The Hamsa Pakshi is swan. So Lord Vishnu came in the form of, he appeared in the form of Hamsa Pakshi, and he brought this knowledge, the self-knowledge, the Brahma Vidya. Therefore, this part is called Hamsa Gita. Yeah. So yesterday we studied the symbolism of our Saraswati Devi. Saraswati Devi is more connected with this Hamsa Gita because she has got Hamsa as her Vahana. The first qualification of the Vedantic student, the person, the seeker who walks in the path of Vedanta, so he needs to have Viveka, the discrimination. So this swan is a symbol of discrimination. How to discriminate Sat from Asat and Chit from Achit, Dukkha from Ananda. And how to take Ananda out, how to take Chit out, how to take Sat out, and leaving Dukkha, Achita and Asat. So symbol of the discrimination is swan. So how the swan separates milk from the water, in the same way we have to separate Sattva, Chitta, Ananda from other things. Thought number 1. So yesterday we studied Triguna, the importance of Triguna, the study of Triguna. So if you go to 14th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, our Gurudev says, so why should we study the Trigunas? Trigunas are not the study of Brahman. You take Brahman, Sattva, Chitta, Ananda. Okay. So it takes Panchadasi. All 15 chapters of Panchadasi of our Vidyaranya Swami, Sattva aspect explained, Chitta aspect explained. Now, Ananda aspect also explained. 3 aspects of Brahman. Viveka Prakarana, Deepa Prakarana, Ananda Prakarana. So there is point in that if you take Atma or Brahman, to analyze about Brahman and Atma. Why unnecessarily you have taken Gunas and for one chapter dedicated to only Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, Tamas, Rajas, Sattva, Rajas, Sattva, Tamas. Again and again, what is that? The permutation and the combination of these 3 gunas. The 14th chapter dedicated to Bhagavad Gita, dedicated to 3 gunas. Why? Again and again you are explaining this. So Gurudev says, if you want to reach the destination of this Brahman, the goal of human existence, you need to have a vehicle. The car you need to have. In the car, so you have to open the bonnet and you have to check. And you should know little knowledge about this mechanism of the car. If something happens on the way, you have to open the bonnet and see what are the things have happened. Then you should know small or little mechanism to repair it. In the same way, the mechanism of gunas are very, very important to walk in the path of the liberation. Every now and then we used to get some problem. Not some problem. 1 kilometer we drive, then problem. Half a kilometer, then problem. So every now and then you have to open the bonnet and you have to repair it. So what kind of repair? Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. So here only we used to get. So we have to balance it. Then again close the bonnet and you start the car. Therefore, the knowledge of the car knowledge of the engine is very, very important to drive to reach the destination. So this is the explanation, the reason he has given, Gurudev has given the 14th chapter. Therefore, the Bhagavan, he has taken Triguna study, the study of Triguna, and he explained very nicely. This Triguna has got, the Maya has got Triguna, because the root of the Triguna is Maya. One aspect of Maya we have, that is Ajnana. So from Sattva we get the divine qualities. From the Rajoguna, all very agitated kind of thoughts we have. From Tamas, all dull and inertia we get. So what Krishna says, that from Sattva you get dharmic vrittis. From the Rajas and Tamas we get adharmic vrittis. Therefore we have to develop Sattva to get dharma vritti. So dharma vritti will take us towards Brahman. That is the logic or the reason behind to study about this Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Yesterday we studied. And this is the sloka from Bhagavatam. And what are the 10 things are very, very important. So we cannot take only 10 things in our life. These are the very important. Other things are not important. It is not like that. So when we go on, when we see the whole 10 things in our life, the whole life is divided into 10 things. So instead of picking up 10 things, and you be careful about 10 things, and what about other things? No need to worry. No, it is not like that. Whole life is divided into 10 things, included complete life. So yesterday we started top 10, not top 10, 10, that's all. 10. All 10, not top 10, all 10. Okay. The causes, the 10 causes of gunas. Because the number is 10, therefore we have taken 10. Otherwise you can have this all 10. Okay? All causes of gunas. We can understand in that way. Because number is given, we have taken 10. The today number, I have given the number. Today I got little time to bring out number also. So we have studied this. Okay? And this 10 numbers. Scripture, what scripture means, whatever the magazines we study, or the scripture also we have studied. Whatever company, the friendship, place, time, action, all the things we studied yesterday. And this, the picture, today I brought this picture. Now see, if we take this 10 things, we may be in scriptures, we are very higher level. Because we studied so much. Just to take this 2 months, so many things we study. We know so much. Scriptures, we are number 1, Satvika. Water, yeah, Satvika. Company, good people. Where are we? Good people. Top. Place, okay. Time, a little oscillating. Action, here and there. Birth, nice birth. Great tradition. Sanatana Dharmi. Meditation. This may go minus. Meditation may go minus. Chant, little. Rituals, no. See, if we take this 10 thing, it may be the higher or lower. When you come to this sub-personal scripture, we studied scripture. What is the height of your scripture? Where are you? Pure sattva. Yeah, sattva. We avoided other things. Now what about chant? Action? Action, yeah, action also very good. What about water? Yeah, I drink nice water. Then and there I will take Coca-Cola and all. It's okay. The Rajoguna type of drinks also will go. Rarely. Then what about our place? Yeah, nice place only. I live in a. What about your birth? Birth also very good. Nice birth. What about rituals? I don't do any rituals. Somebody will come and they will ask to do this kind of puja, that's why I'm doing. Otherwise, no. Even if I do ritual, that will not be a sattvic kind of ritual. Okay? Then what about chant? A little chanting. Sahana bhavatu. Sahana bhavatu. Not sahana bhavatu, sahana bhunaktu. Little chant. When I join the chorus, they help me how to chant. Company, a nice company, good people I have. What about time? I can manage. You getting it? We have Taratamya in all the 10 things. In one aspect, we are sattvic, in other aspect, we are maintaining the rajas, in the other aspect, maybe tamas, like that. So now sadhana, taking all the things in one line. All the things should go to one line. So you have to increase everything. Increase and bring all the 10 things in our life to reach this sattva. The sadhana of life. Now you understood, I think. Huh? Have you understood? Yes, sir. Thank you. That's all. See how very nicely Bhagavan Krishna brought this kind of idea. Just take one thing and analyze where we are. If you are in tamas, come to rajas. From rajas, come to sattva. Like that, all the things we have to put in the same line. Okay? This board is very useful to bring this kind of idea. So we want to thank the person who made this, found this board. Okay? We understood. Now, how the Venu Sangarishana Jo Agni Dagdva Shameti Tadvanam. How the fire made out of this bamboo itself and it destroys the whole forest in the same way. The Sattva Guna destroys Tamoguna, Rajoguna. The Sattva destroys itself. The example is very nice. You have to develop the Sattva Guna, destroys Tamas and Rajas. Sattva should be destroyed by Sattva itself. Very nice example I studied. Thought number 2. How man is falling from his heights. And the question comes from Uddhava. Uddhava asks the question. So all kinds of questions Uddhava asked. Maybe he wanted to know all the things, or he wanted to extend the company of Krishna, because Krishna about to go to Vaikunta Loka. As much as possible, he was extending Krishna's time to stay back. They asked, Uddhava Vacha, Vidanti Martya Prayena Vishayan Padam Apada. All the Vishayas. So whatever we enjoy, that is Apada, the place of the danger. Vishayan Padam Apadam. Tathapi Bunjate Krishna Tadkatham Shva Kara Ajavat. Nice. Oh Krishna, generally men know that sense objects are the cause for sorrow. So the translation is here, cause for sorrow, actually Apadam Visham, Padam Apadam. Apad, the dangerous thing. So exact translation is, this is the place for the danger. Okay? Then why do people go for them like a dog? Little very tough words. Don't see this, okay? And don't hear also. A very tough word Krishna is using. Like dog, like donkey, like goat. Shva Kara Ajavat. Like animal, why this man is going? Man has got, Gurudev used to say, man is the crown of the creation. That means he has got this intelligence. Even though we have intelligence, the man is behaving like this. Why? Very powerful question. Very powerful. Why man is going like this? Now, let's say first ego arises from the rajas. So whatever the thoughts I am going to bring, so I brought in the form of the bullet points. Just understand the bullet points, then you read the sloka, you can understand very easily. Is it okay? Okay, va? So the first point. So we discussed in the first thought, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Need to develop Sattva Guna. Where to develop Sattva Guna, how to develop Sattva Guna, what we have to do, all the 10 aspects of life is given. You analyze the 10 aspects, you work on the 10 aspects, you develop Sattva Guna. Very, very practical point Krishna brought there. How to develop Sattva Guna, see the 10 aspects and rise from the level where we are. So suggestion is given, very practical suggestion. Simply is not telling you develop Sattva. We ask how. Suddenly we are, how? He says, take 10 aspects and study and develop. Oh, because he has given the practical thing, then we will do little later. Suddenly tamas comes. Otherwise in the next Janma I will try. First in this Janma, I will spend whole life to study about what is Brahma Vidya and Atma Vidya. Next Janma I will start. Now it should not be like that. We have to start somewhere. He explained about tamas and rajas and sattvic. See, he told, develop the sattvic. Nitya sattvasto Arjuna, Nitya sattvasto bhava. Nitya sattvasto bhava from Bhagavad Gita. Rajas, from the Rajas only, we get this kind of ego and other kind of thoughts. From Rajoguna only, we get this ego. Once we get the ego, we get the kama, kurodha, lobha, moha, mada, mascharya, all these 6 enemies comes. The root of the ego is Rajas. Okay, so from Rajas only, the ego comes. Okay, when ego comes, it's okay. Everybody has got ego. I also got. That's all. But then the percentage varies person to person. So that person's 100%. I'm 90%. That's all. What is there to have ego? Sir, because this ego brings this problem, non-discrimination arises from the ego. When the ego comes, the non-discrimination. Because ego dominates the personality. Okay? Because the ego, when the Rajas comes, where is the Sattvic? So you have to bring that line also, the second track. So one track is the ego. Because of the ego, we lose discrimination. So non-discrimination arises. That means we lost Sattva. When we have Sattva, the discrimination comes. So point number 2. From the non-discrimination, we see things has got some joy. Seeing joy in objects. So we see object has got some joy, pleasure. Why? The vision we got because of non-discrimination. The non-discrimination comes out of ego. Ego comes out of Rajas. See the line. Okay, I see joy in the object or pleasure in the objects. Once I see, then though I'm seeing this sorrow in the objects, though seeing the sorrows in the objects, we see only the joy, the glory. Sorrows also we see, joy also we see, but we add, so okay, sorrow will be there. Select only joy. Only joy. Pick up. Very slowly you pick up. Even if you pick up very slowly, the sorrows also slowly is coming with the joy. We cannot pick up only this. That is how it is made. You pick up joy, sorrow also will come. So we don't see the sorrows, we see only the joy. Why? Non-discrimination. We discriminate. Joy is there. I have to pick up only joy, not sorrows. Discrimination is there. But another discrimination is not there. What kind of discrimination? When I pick up joy, sorrow also will come. That is called real discrimination. So we lose that kind of discrimination and we try to pick up joy, leaving sorrows. Okay, then what happens? Then irresistible desire arise. Irresistible desire arise. The desire. It's not telling desire. Dussaha. It's very difficult to control. Irresistible desire arise. Very, very practical. What is happening in the human's mind? Highly practical way. Krishna explains. The scientific analysis. When desire comes, what happens? Loses control. Control. Control is gone. The desire is overpowering. Control is gone. Once the control is gone, indulging in action, then the fruit is sufferings. Nice fruit man has got. So in every human being, this is the process is happening. The fall. How man is falling from higher level to lower level. The root cause of all the things is Rajas. Okay? Interesting point. The root cause of all this thing is Rajas. So we have to remove the Rajas. We have to develop Sattva. See how he is linking this. Pakka analysis. Very scientific analysis. And what's happening, very practical also. It's not what that very theoretical. This is what happening in every human mind. Any man falls, this must have been happened in his mind. Very simple. Universal thought. The universal process. Universal truth. Very nicely. This remains as the 62 and 63rd sloka of second chapter. Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita second chapter, go to 62, 63. ध्यायुतो विषयान् पुंसः संगस्तेषु उपजायते संगा संजायते कामः कामात् क्रोधोऽपि जायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहः स्मृति विभ्रमः स्मृति भ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. Exact same ladder of fall. Same ladder of. So here he brings a little the clear idea, very clear idea. The irresistible desire, then control, the loses control, then indulging actions. Okay, it's a ladder of fall. Therefore, then I suffer here. So simply, in our case, in our practical life, what we see only the sufferings. So we try to avoid the sufferings, that's all. We try to avoid the sufferings. We try to solve the sufferings or the sorrow or the problems at this level. But again, we solve the problem, again it comes. It's like Shaivala Patalam. Shaivala Patalam means, how to tell in English. In the pond, you go to the pond, in the village pond. In India, you go to temple, you go to pond. In the pond, the layer is there. Pasi Padalam. You remove the layer and you take this water. Once if you take the water, again it comes and closes. I don't know English, the word you find. Shaivala Patalam Meta. Have you understood? Immediately comes. When you solve the problem, you just remove this patalam, the layer. You take the water, you wash your face and wash your hands and your legs. Once if you get, immediately comes and closes. In the same way, we solve the problem. Immediately other problem comes. Why? Problem is over. The solution we brought two other problems. Solution a problem. Two solutions, four problems. So we tried to find the solution at this level. What scripture is giving, hey, don't solve your problem at this level. Find out the root cause. Find out the immediate cause. Immediate cause is indulging. Other immediate cause, losing control. Then go back, decide. Then go back. Or that, seeing those seeing the sorrow, those seeing the joy. Again go back. Non-discrimination, go back. Ego, go back. Rajas. So you have to remove the Rajas is the root cause of this suffering. Interesting. So we are not thinking and going a little deeper. Simply we try to solve the problems there itself. That again we get the problem. Very interesting analysis from Hamsa Gita. Very, very practical. So root cause we have to find out. If you remove the root, the suffering will not come. Because we removed the roots. So how to remove the rajas? Sattva. Bring the sattva and remove the rajas. How to bring the sattva? Again go to your life, take 10 objects, then analyze where you are, then you try to bring the sattva. Once sattva comes, all these things will be eradicated. Deleted. Interesting, eh? Very interesting. You understood. Okay, we understood the steps one by one. We understood very clearly. And the fall comes. The man is not very stable, just he falls. This ladder of fall. Okay, we understood. Now, moving to next. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. What I have explained is explained in this sloka. That's all. Okay? This is what I explained. How you read, you can understand very clearly. Now, Ahamitya anyata buddhi pramattasya yata hridi utsarpati rajogoram tato vaikarikam manaha. For the deluded, there arises in the mind the wrong notion of I. So I comes. That means what I told, and ego comes. The body. Due to that I notion, the ego, the mind is modified by this terrible rajas. Because of the rajas, we get ego. Understood. Going next sloka. Rajo yuktasya manasaha sankalpa vikalpatmanaha tato kamo gunadhyanat dussaha syathi durmatehe. For the non-discrimination of the mind. Because of this rajas, the ego, non-discrimination comes. Overpowered by the rajas, various thoughts of the nature of seeing joy, the objects. Thereafter, by constant brooding on the qualities are irresistible, desire comes. That's all. The constant brooding, therefore the irresistible desire comes. Again, good. Karoti kama vashakaha karmani ajitendriyaha. Kama vashakaha. Dukkodarkani sampashan. Sampashan pashanna pichana pashyati muda. This is what Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya says. Even though he says he sees, he is not seeing. That means the desire is overpowering. Therefore, the discrimination is destroyed by the desire. Rajo Vega Vimoha. Rajo Vega. Vega. The word Vegam is very, what do you call it? Very powerful word. Okay, one enslaved by desires completely loses control over his senses, and even though seeing that pleasure would ultimately produce sorrow, even though the person knows that this will bring the sorrow, indulgence in such actions being deluded by the force of rajas. The force of rajas. So rajas we have to remove. Okay, so whatever we studied in this sloka, we studied in this bullet points. That's all. You understood. The point is we have to remove the rajas. Therefore, the scriptures are recommending that you have to develop sattva, sattva, sattva. When we are the sattva, so this thing will not happen in this personality. See that. Why we have to develop the sattva? We are also teaching our children that the sattva is more important. Sattva is more. Why unnecessarily this savika is torturing me? Again and again, sattva, sattva, sattva. The Balavika savik. Children, you have to develop sattva. Why? I do not know, but it's written in the scriptures. Then if you give this kind of analysis and they get completely convinced, yes, I'm completely convinced, yes. Now I try my best to develop the sattva. Okay, this is what I explained. Thought number 3. Okay, sir, you explained how to fall. Why you are explaining? Already fallen, sir, flat on the floor when you're lying down. Already flat, fallen. How to bounce back? You tell me that. As a seeker, I know I'm falling every day, I'm falling every now and then, I'm falling. So how to bounce back? That is more important, sir. We know this is the disease. What Krishna discussed, we know it's happening. But how to bounce back? Give me the solution, bouncing back. Now he says, Rajastamobhyam tatapi vidvana vikshaptadihi punaha atandrito mano yunjan dosha drishtir na sajjate dosha drishti. We have to develop the dosha drishti. Even if a man of discrimination gets man of discrimination, Bhagavad Gita also says that jnanavanapi, 3rd chapter says jnanavanapi, sadrisham cheshtate swasyaha prakritehe jnanavanapi, prakritim yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishyati. In 3rd chapter, Krishna, even the man of discrimination gets agitated by rajas. He is also getting agitated by rajas and tamas. Being ever vigilant. This is called the sadhana. Sadhana means being ever vigilant in this mind. Vigilant and perceiving defect in sense pleasure. This is very important. Perceiving defect in the sense pleasures. This is the real sadhana. Vigilant and perceiving defect. He controls the mind and does not get bound. Perfect the solution. Vigilant. Vigilant means atandritaha. Atandrita manaha. Yunjanne, constantly. Dosha drishti na sajjade. Dosha drishti na, we have to see the defects in the sense pleasures. This is the only solution wherever you go in our scriptures. If a only solution how to bounce back, seeing defect in the pleasures. No other go. And people, when they say, do you avoid that, you just don't see that. Even if you avoid, even if you don't see, the mind, it is there very deeply, and mind goes towards the object. So we have to train the mind in such a way, through the buddhi, we have to train the mind. A mind, you are going and you are seeing some pleasure in that, you see the problem also. So instead of showing the joy, we have to show the sorrow and the problem, then mind comes back. This is called Pratipaksha Bhavana. The technical term Pratipaksha Bhavana in Sanskrit, in the Vedanta. So this kind of Bhavana, Sakshi Bhavana, we understood. Here, Pratipaksha Bhavana. Seeing the sorrows. Okay, joy is there. We are not denying that there is no joy. Joy is there, but joy brings a problem. So that kind of discrimination we have to see. This is not the kind of drishti we are bringing a negative kind of. So you become negative and everything you see only sorrow. Are you going to get married? Ayya, finished. You are going to get the child. Ayya, finish. Your life will be gone. Ayya. No, not seeing everything like this. So we live very nicely. We live according to scriptures, according to dharma. The life is going on. So whenever the mind pulls the personality, there the mind control should come. How to bring the control? This is the what do you call, the sadhana is recommended. Not seeing everything is whatever we are saying. Oh, don't do this, don't do this. Oh, there is sorrow. No, not becoming negative. So becoming not becoming negatives, becoming what do you call the viveki. Viveki. Okay, very, very positive. Very, very positive. How to keep your mind under our control. How to balance our life. How to not to fall is explained here. Not how to bring negative thoughts in your life. Now, how to not to fall. Okay. So, dosha drishti. Generally, the dosha drishti, the word, it's a very nice word. When we have this kind of dosha drishti in practical life and the transaction life, people will reject us. Wherever I go, I see only dosha. So on your face, something is there, wipe it out. Dosha. They don't like us. Your dress color is not good. Dosha drishti. Always this person comes and says something. Your house is not good. Your house color is not good. The portico is not good. Your car is not good. Totally, I'm telling you, are not good. Your life is not good. Sir, this kind of dosha drishti is not appreciated. So dosha drishti, we have to see this kind of dosha drishti is seeing the defect in the pleasures. Dosha drishti is a qualification, but where to utilize it? So actually, dosha, we should not see any dosha. What scripture says, when you live with the people, don't see that. Gurudev says, no, see, love becomes thick when faults become thin. If you start seeing the fault, the love becomes thin. I think you heard this statement. So when we see the fault means what? Dosha drishti. When you see the fault, the love becomes very thin. So if you do not see the fault, then love becomes thick. So faults will be there. Don't see that. Don't make it big. Just leave it. So seeing the fault is, in that statement, what Gurudev says, seeing the fault is not good. Now here, Krishna says, you have to see the fault. So the question comes, Gurudev says, seeing the fault is not good. Now here, seeing the defect is appreciated. So we have to understand on which context he brings this dosha drishti. When the object pulls us, there we have to bring this dosha drishti. This dosha drishti will become the great quality for the sadhaka. Why? To bring back the mind. Is it okay? So this is called pratipaksha bhavana. So even though this crane goes, you should be a little careful with this crocodile. Don't go there. Crocodile will swallow. We understood this. The parallel thought we are getting. Parallel thought. Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya says, in Sadhana Panchakam, first shloka, Vedo nityamadhiyatam taduditam karma sonushthiyatam tene sasya vidhiyatam apachiti kame matistejyatam bhapauga paridhuyatam bhavasuke doshonu sandhiyatam bhavasuke doshonu sandhiyatam atmecha vyavasiyatam na jagrahat turnam vinirgamyatam. The first shloka. That first sloka, you find the Bhavasuke dosha anusandhiyatam. It's a great quality. Here Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya also says that dosha anusandhiyatam. You have to see this dosha. Recognizing that the pleasure of sense objects are riddled with pain. The pain. The pleasures. All the pleasures are riddled with pain. Recognize it. That is great quality for a sadhak. This is the only quality to pull back our mind or bounce back from the fall. No need to go, how can I come out? How can I come out? See the dosha, it will come automatically. Dosham. Okay? So this is the parallel thought. And one more thought, Bhagavan, yes, there is a pleasure in the sense object. Pleasure is there. But the pleasure brings the problem, followed by pain. Followed by this program. Lighting the lamp followed by this program. Prasadam followed by this program. Yeah. we get joy, but followed by pain, sorrow, and disappointments. Therefore, so pain is there, sorrow is there, and disappointments there. Therefore, the pleasure is not appreciated. That's the problem. The pleasure is there. That is pleasure. Every pleasure has got pain, disappointment, and sorrow. Therefore, this is not recommended or appreciated. Okay? Bhagavan Krishna says in the 5th chapter, 22 sloka. Sloka number 22, chapter number 5, you go there, Krishna says, Yehi samsparsaja bhoga dukkhayona evate adyantavanta kaunteye na teshu ramate buddha. So Arjuna, whatever the enjoyment that are born out of context are only the generator of pain. Because the contact, the sense objects, sense organs are going and contact the sense objects. They are all the root cause of the pain. They have beginning and end. They have beginning and end. O son of Kunti, the wise do not rejoice in them. Buddha. Buddha means what? The wise person. Na teshu ramate. Teshu na ramate. He is not rejoicing in that kind of joy. So when we start bringing back, then we become slowly the wise person. Okay, when I lose joy in that object, where will I get? I have to get some joy. Eh? The Ayurvedic doctor says you have to drop the coffee. If I drop the coffee, I will die, doctor. I will die. Wait, some alternative should be there. If you drop the coffee, you take this kind of drinks. What kind of drinks? No, don't go there. Other positive kind of drinks. You come here, I will tell you, take this kind of drinks. You have to give all. When we bring back our mind, then what is the source of the joy? Atma is a source of joy. Prajahad yada kaman, sarvan partha manogadan, atmanyev atmana tushtaha. So he gets a different kind of the divine joy in the Atma. Very interesting. The object, the pleasure from the objects is going away. Slowly, we get the fragrance. Gurudev used to say spiritual fragrance. The spiritual fragrance the seeker used to get, the joy inside. Yo antasukho antararamaha tatantar jyotirevayaha antasukha antararamaha. It comes slowly. Okay, the Pratipaksha Bhavana, there is a contact, there is a problem in that. The end is there, beginning. Adyantavanta kaunteye. Hey kaunteye, there is a beginning and end for all the pleasures. Therefore, it is not appreciated. Again, Bhagavan says in 13th chapter, 9th sloka, seeing the dosha drishti is a qualification. Indriyarteshu vairagam anangaryevacha janmamrutu jaravyadi dukkha doshanu darshanam. Dosha drishti. Dukkha dosha, anudarshanam, he says, constantly seeing dukkha and dosha in the pleasures. Qualification. The section of jnana he explains, the 20 values he explained in 13th chapter. Indifference to the objects of senses and also absence of egoism, reflection upon, reflection. Reflection means seeing dosha. Evils in birth, death and age, old age, sickness and pain. How? Buddha saw these 3 incidents, okay? The old age, disease and death, dosha drishti, and he has become the enlightened person. So dosha drishti. Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadi. You have to see the pain in the janma. You should not give laddu. Birthday, laddu. Or halwa. Hey, today is my birthday. What is your age? 68. What is your age? 82. Laddu. Sir, drop the laddu. 82-year-old. Bhaja Govindam. Bhaja Govindam. Get ready for next world. People are coming from Vaikuntha Loka. Vaikuntha Loka, other world Loka, we do not know. Bhajo Govindam, sir. You are giving laddu here. And you should not come back here. Birth itself is pain. So we are celebrating birth here. Krishna says, Dukkha doshanu darshanam. Celebrating, what is that? Mrityu. Not celebrating Mrityu. Mrityu itself is pain. We are not celebrating Mrityu. Mrityu is painful because the dear one is died. Mrityu, pain. Jara, your old age. Problem. When I sit, when I sit, I hear the sound in my knees. Kalak. That means something locked. When you want to get up from the seat, two people should come and bring me up from this sofa, particularly the sofa where you are sitting there. Very soft kind of sofa. Once if you sit, that's all. When you want to get up, 2-3 people should come. Jara Vyad. Oh, Jara, old age problem. Vyadi problem. When you see the Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi, Dukkha Dosha Anudarshanam. All this endowed with the Dukkha Dosha Anudar. So we have to get back our mind. Indriyarteshu Vairagyam. So withdrawing our Indriyas from the objects. Great value. This is not negative. When you read this kind of sloka, you should not change your face. Ayyo, Dukkha Dosha Darshanam. Not changing our face. Dukkha Dosha Darshanam. We have to bring that kind of reaction. Okay, Dukkha Dosha Darshanam. Once you see the Dukkha coming back, getting Shanti. Shanti. Okay, now, and coming back to our mainstream. This is mainstream. Okay, we studied reference from Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, 13th chapter, 5th chapter, and Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya is the parallel third. And coming back to the mainstream, Apramatto Anuyunjita Manaha. Therefore, Uddhava, being vigilant with controlled posture and breath. My arpayatn shanaihi. So bring your mind and you keep mind on me. Okay? Anirvinno yathakaram jidashvasu jitasanaha. So bring back the mind from the sense pleasures. So how man is falling also explained. How he has to bounce back also explained. Okay? Now we are moving to the next thought. And Krishna told, this is what I explained to Sanakadi Munis. Now Hamsa Gita comes. This has been taught by Sanaka, etc., who are my disciples, that yoga is to withdraw the mind from all sides. Yoga, withdraw the mind from all the sides, firmly place it in me. The Lord, okay. Okay. How to bring back mind from the objects and keep on me. So this is the yoga I explained to our my Sishyas. He says, Mat Sishya. Etavan yoga adishto Mat Sishya hi Sanaka adibihi. So they were taught like this. Adishtaha. Sanaka adimani. Once I told this knowledge to them, Sarvato mana akrishya. So bring back from all the sides. Mayyadha aveshite yata. Bring mind from all the sides and keep it on me. So the same subject I discussed with my students, Sanakadi Munis. All the 4 Sanakadi Munis. When Arjuna was asking so many questions, Krishna told the same Karma Yoga I explained to Vivaswan. Imam Vivasvade Yogam Proktavanaham Abhiyam Vivaswan Manave Praha Manurikshvagave Bravit. 4th chapter. I explained. So this is not the new one, the traditional knowledge only, I am bringing it back. This is Guru Parampara has explained. Already I told. So they also discussed with many people. The same thing I am bringing here, O Uddhava, you listen to. Simply he told, I explained this to Sanakadi Munis. Now the question comes. Okay? Now question comes. The start how to bring back mind from the sense objects and keep it on me. This is the main, this is called yoga. Yoga means what? Uniting ourselves with the Lord. Yoga. It may be Karma Yoga or Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga or Raja Yoga. Whatever the path you follow, all the paths should unite Jiva with Paramatma. This is called yoga. So this is what I explained with the Sanaka the Rishis. And our Uddhava comes, yes, stop it here. I want to ask question. So when did you explain this? So thought number 4, Uddhava Vacha. Yadatum Sanakadibhyo Yena Rupena Keshava. Yena Rupena, in which form you explain? Yoga Madhishtavan Etat Rupam Ichchami Veditum. Etat Rupam Ichchami Veditum. Oh Keshava, I would like to know in which form, okay, in which form you taught this yoga to Sanakadi, okay, Sanaka. In which form you explain, you tell me. Now, the Hamsa Pakshi, Hamsa Gita comes. Now you are getting the connection, how the Hamsa Avatara happened. To come to this level, we need to have 2 classes. Immediately Hamsa Gita, Hamsa will not come. So the hero will come after the preparation. Then the hero comes, Hamsa Pakshi comes. Slowly. In the ordinary Hamsa Pakshi, you see that. Ordinary Hamsa Pakshi. The Prakrita Hamsa Pakshi. You see from the long distance how it flies very nicely. Very graceful when the Santa Murti. When Lord comes in the Hamsa Pakshi, Hamsa form, oh ho. Flies from Vaikunda to the Bhuloka. Flies very slowly comes. Brilliant form. Okay, divine form. And Krishna starts here. Sri Bhagavanu Vacha. Sri Bhagavanu Vacha. Putra Hiranya Garbhasya Manasaha Sanakadeyaha. Sanat Kumaras, all the 4 people, they are all Hiranya Garbhasya Manasa Putraha. Okay, Hiranya. The Brahma Devas Manasa Putra. Brahmaji created them through mind. There's no mother for them. Just mind they born. Manasa Putraha. The Prakrita Maniyash, we need to have father and mother. The Prakrita. There is a Manasa Putra, the great people. Sanakadeyaha Paprachuhu Pitaram. Paprachu means they ask Pitaram. Pitaram. They ask Brahmaji. The mind-born sons of Hiranyagarbha ask their father. Their father means Brahmaji about the ultimate state of yoga, which is very subtle, Sukshma. Sukshma yoga there. Yogasya Antikim Gatim. The ultimate yogasya Antikim Gati means ultimate state of yoga. They asked to their father Brahmaji. Brahmaji is the Adi Guru, Loka Guru. And they said, they had some doubt. And they went, they asked, Sukshmam Antimam Gati. And Yogasya Antikim Gati. Okay. When Brahmaji was asked by his own sons, Sanakadi, why you went inside and you interfered in their conversation? Oh Lord. Okay, Sanakadi Munis asked Brahmaji, their own father, why you went there? No. Sanakadiya Uchuhu. So what they ask? The question is very interesting. When Sanakadi Muni came, what they asked to their father? Okay? They had so in our scriptures, you take whether it's in Bhagavad Purana or Mahabharata or in Upanishads, all the Upanishad students. In Mahabharata also, the Janamejaya asks the question to Vaishampayana Rishi. Then in between the story, they will ask why this happened, what's the reason, all the things. The Janamejaya also asked Vaishampayana Rishi. And Parikshit Maharaj also asked our Sukadeva. So putting the question is very, very important. They put this question, bring the question, because they used to reflect. From the reflection only, they get the question. Question is very subtle question. Very, very subtle. You cannot, the question itself is that because of some doctoral theory only they brought it. To bring this kind of question, you must have analyzed, must have done some PhD in that field. Then you bring the question. So what kind of analysis, what kind of study I went through, therefore I brought this kind of question. You take Kena Upanishad question. Kene shitam padati preshitam manaha. Kena prana pratama praiti yuktaha. Kene shidam vachamimam vadanti chakshusrotram kavudevo yunakti. Other student asks, oh sir, I think something is there in me. Because of that, only my mind works, my speech works. All my activities are what I am doing because of that. What is that? The question comes. The question is very sukshma, very subtle. And you go to Mundaka Upanishad, Kasmin Bhagavo Vijnade Sarvamidam Vijnatam Bhavati iti. Oh Lord, I want to know everything in this creation, but I think it is not possible. My lifetime is very short, but I want to know everything. So what is that which, if I know, then everything must be known? What is that? The question from Mundaka Upanishad. In the same way, the question comes for here, Sanakadi rishis. They look so small. They look very young. They look very young. But even though they are very mature, they look young. Sanakadi Munis. So they went to their father, they asked, sir, we have doubt. Why you got the doubt? Because we reflected so much, and from out of this reflection, we brought this kind of question. What is that question? Guneshu avishate chetaha. Gunas chetasi cha prabho. Katham anyonya santyago mumukshoha atititirshoho. Oh Lord, the mind enters the object. The first point, the mind enters into objects. Okay? Chetaha guneshu avishate. Guneshu. Chetaha means mind here. Chetas. Chetaha guneshu avishate. Mind enters into object. I'm not, but the object is okay, but my mind only goes into the object. Again, object. Objects into mind. Again, objects are going into mind. So, gunaha chetasi cha prabhu. So, when you go to mall, say so many shops. My mind goes to that shop. When my mind goes, the mind takes body also. Body, you also come. We will have some entertainment. So mind has, Mr. Body, you also come. So body goes with the mind. So my mind only goes to the shop. So as I was moving forward, the object goes into my mind. Object is calling me. In one shop, my mind goes to that shop. In other shop, object is calling me. You say, why are you going here unnecessary? No, that object is attracting me and object is calling. I will go and see. I don't want to buy. I will see, I will touch, then I will come back. Object is calling me. Gunaha chetasi. See the very, very beautiful question. Chetaha guneshu. My mind goes to the object. Object is calling me. Sometimes you go to a mall, you see so many things and something you do not know what is this. But the producer produced in such a way that this will be useful, this object will be useful somewhere in your life. But even though you don't want, you get this will be useful in my life. Sir, you don't want this. Even though you don't want, let it be in my house. Interesting, right? The object pulls our mind. Very, very great question. Katham anyonya santyakaha. So far as we thought and reflect, it's very difficult to give up the object, difficult to give up the mind. It's complicated, the relationship. Mind also goes with the object. Object goes into mind. It's very difficult to give up object and mind. How to do it? Mumukshoha. And those who want, how can the seekers of liberation who wants to go beyond the objects separate them from each other? Mumukshu. For mumukshu only this problem. For ordinary person, that is the life. For ordinary person, living in the mess is life. Very happy. Sitting in that bed, sitting in that sofa, sleeping, eating, sleeping. Oh, I'm very comfortable. Because the mind goes into object, object goes into mind. So they're very, very comfortable. So that life is very small, like what that, the deep well. Andakupa means a dark well. Sitting in the dark well, they're very happy. For mumukshu, this is the problem. If you are mumukshu, then you want to get out of this kind of web, it's very difficult to come out. Suppose a bird, a very nice word that the bird is flying in the akasha, is very happy. It caught with this web. It's very difficult to take its, what do you call, its nails from that web. Oh, it's very difficult. And the whole body is, completely it's caught up in the web. So how to bring it out? So very difficult. So we say in Tamil, mullu mele thuniya potu. The bush of thorns, you just throw your silk dress, then how to take this dress? Anyonya Santyag. It's very difficult. The contact or the relationship is very deep. How to separate it? See the question. From the question, you can understand how much reflection has gone through to get this kind of question. Oh, in our scriptures, the glory of Sanatana Dharma, the answer is very glorious. Answer. For all the question, the answer is powerful, very glorious. And if you see the question is more glorious than the answer. Because of the question, only answer comes. What kind of question these people are bringing? Simply, it's not very ordinary, deep scientific question. See, every question has got one PhD. One PhD you can do in one question. So much of information is packed and kept in this question, the reflection. So this is our practical problem also for Mumukshu. Ati Titirsho, who wants to, Titirsho means to want to cross the ocean of samsara. For the Mumukshu, Katam Anyonya Santyaga, how to give up? That is a problem, sir. Okay, Guneshu Avishate Chetaha, Chetaha Guneshu, Cheta Gunaha Chetasi Chaprabhu. So, how to give up? Now, do you like this picture? The mind is there inside the body, the object is there. Now, first the object goes inside. The guna, this is guna, means all the objects are represented by one apple, okay? Cell phone, your computer, your TV, your car, your money, whatever you like, all these are represented by one apple, okay? Guna Chetasi. Guna goes into Chetas mind. I simply am sitting, sir. This is only, what is it, disturbing me. I am simply sitting. The objects goes into the mind. In another way, my mind goes into object. Anyonya. How to give up? How to control my mind? This is what we studied in earlier thoughts. Okay, in earlier thoughts, the mind goes and man falls. How mind goes? Okay, because the rajas, we get ego, non-discrimination, attraction, then not seeing sorrow, then desire comes, irresistible desire comes, we indulge in that, then we fall, we suffer. All the ladder of fall we studied. Because ladder of fall because of this only, and how to get out of the object, how to get out of this subject, how to get out of my mind. This is a question. Okay? I know you understood the question. Now, Bhagavan Vacha, Shri Bhagavan Vacha. This is Brahmaji, okay? The Adi Guru who created this universe, Brahma. Evam Prishto Mahadevaha. Here Mahadevaha means Lord Brahma, not Lord Shiva. Evam Prishta. He was asked like that. Swayambhuhu Bhuta Bhavaraha, one who creates the jivas. Swayambhu. Wow, what a great word. Huh? He came himself from Narayana's Nabi. Padmanabha. Narayana's Padmanabha, from his what the Nabi Kamari. Swayambhuhu Bhuta Bhavaraha, one who creates, generates this. Generator. The great Lord. Mahadeva. All these are objectives for our Brahmaji. Dhyayamanaha Prashnabhidyam. He asked, he learned, he heard the question of Sanakadi Munis. These four Munis are standing in front of Lord Brahmaji. Oh Lord, this is our question, can you answer me? So Lord heard it. Brahmaji heard it. And said, Na abhyapadyata. He did not know how to answer. Brahmaji did not know how to answer this question. Yo. Dhyayamanaha started, but reflecting on this question. Hey, your question is very good, but unable to answer. Brahmaji himself, see, this is very amazing to watch. Brahmaji himself doesn't know how to answer this. But Krishna brings why he is not able to answer the question. Karmadihi. This is highlighted. Completely what that busy with work, only creation. When we involve ourselves so much with work, we don't have any time to reflect and think. The great lesson from Brahmaji. Because a subtle question, very difficult to grasp and very difficult to answer, very difficult to reflect. Why? We are completely engaged ourselves with activity. That's why Krishna says in 6th chapter, Yukta Ahara Viharasya Yukta Cheshtasya Karmasu Yukta Sopanama Bodhasya Yogo Bhavati Dukkha. Arjuna, don't overdo anything. The sleep you have control, the food you have control, the actions, the activities, the work you have control. Yukta ahara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu. The karma also. Otherwise, over karma, you lose your subtlety of the intellect. It's very difficult to grasp the idea, very difficult to reflect. The Brahma is very, very busy with his karma activity because he has to create people like us. Very difficult for Brahmaji. I have to make man like this. I have to making man this kind. Human being he has to make. And animals he has to make. And birds he has to make. So whole creation is that work only. How nicely he has created. Fruits. And from the flowers, from the bud should become flower, flower into fruit. And fruit, in every fruit he has to put the seed to get another tree. So Brahmaji never forgotten that keeping the seed in that fruit. We eat fruit and we throw seeds. For me, it's a very big job. Hey, I put the fruit seed in the fruit, but you have eaten and thrown this seed. What is this? With all difficulty, I constructed that fruit. Okay, architecture. The architecture of whole creation is Lord Brahmaji. We should not think this is one of the devas. Oh, the great Guru, Adi Guru. He received Bhagavatam from Lord himself, Lord Narayana himself. Such a powerful creator. He created us. He created our eyes, nose, teeth, the hands, legs. The whole creation is Brahmaji. So Adi Guru, Brahmaji, he did not know how to answer. Why? Karmadihi. Okay. At that time only, what happened? Okay. He started meditating on Lord Narayana. Whenever he is struck with some problem, he used to meditate Lord Narayana. He used to come. You take the Bhagavatam also, and Shatarupa Swayambhumanu, he created Shatarupa Swayambhumanu. The Swayambhumanu came and asked, oh Lord, oh Father, what should I do? And he says, you go and generate people. Because of Manu, you have to do the administration work and you have to bring your own children. I said, we don't have any sthana. The Bhumi is not there. Bhuloka is not there. Then Brahmaji got stuck. Oh, I do not know where it has gone. Oh Lord, he started meditating on Lord Narayana. Narayana came through his, what knows as boar, Varaharupi. Where he was staying in Brahmaji's heart. From the heart, Lord Narayana took avatar, came through this nose, Varaha avatar. And he killed Hiranyaksha and brought back the Bhulok. In the same way, here I do not know how to answer my children. Question is very brilliant. I do not know. Oh Lord. Then Lord comes in the form of Amsa Pakshi. Slowly. So today he is going to take Amsa Avatara. Okay. Today he will come as Amsa Rupa, Amsa Paksha, Amsa Avatara. Then he will explain how to get out of Chetas and Gunaha. So we have to get out of objects and guna. Practical question for us. Every mumukshu, not ordinary person. For Lokayata people, that is their way of life. For mumukshu, how to get out. Mumukshu means what? Moksho me bhuyati icha. I want to get what? Liberation. Liberation means already I caught up with this mess. I made mess up my life. Oh Lord, please release me from this web. So the releasing from this web, from where I have to get released? Objects and mind. Why? Mind goes into object goes into mind. I want to get out of this kind of circle. Oh, please take me out. How to take? The question is very deep and the answer also very interesting. Tomorrow, Lord comes in the form of Amsa Pakshi and he is going to explain. Okay, tomorrow we will continue and tomorrow we will end up the program also. Tomorrow will continue, not continue. Tomorrow we'll finish it up. Okay? Now we'll have the question answer session. We'll have free time. Okay? Yeah. This, because I brought so much of thoughts, So much of thoughts in one and a half packing is not good. You need to have little time to digest also. That's tomorrow I will bring the important point. Then I told yesterday that what are the subjects or the scriptures, the thoughts he brought in this Amsa Gita. I'll bring the list of those scriptures also tomorrow. From Bhagavad Gita second chapter. See, this thought you studied this Bhagavad Gita second chapter, the ladder of fall. Okay, the same way from Manisha Panchakam, from Mandukya Upanishad, from Brahma Sutra, Adhyasa Bhashya, all the thoughts you can see in this Amsa Gita. So I will give you the list also tomorrow. So this portion explains this. This portion explains this. Like this I will bring. Okay. So this thought will keep it here. Tomorrow Lord comes and he will explain the thing. Now if you have the question, then we can discuss. So I'll conclude this with the Purnamada, then we will start. Okay. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. I hope you understood this concept. So we are going thought by thought. Section of thought. Trigunas, a section of thought. Then afterwards, the fall of human being. Then afterwards, how to bounce back. And he said, this is what I discussed with the Sanakada Rishis. So I asked, when did you discuss? In what form you discussed? Then Hamsa Pakshi comes. Then the incident he explains. This is the question they asked to their father, Brahmaji. Brahmaji could not answer. He meditated on me. So I came there. This is how thought by thought we are going. There is no confusion. So without taking notes also, we are able to bring the thought. Hey, this thought number 1, thought number 2, thought number 3. That's all. If somebody asks what is Amsa Gita, says 1 minute. Where is my notes? Oh, you, where is my notes little later. But simply without notes, we can tell. Oh, this is what.
Swamiji,
So the main point is,
When you said Rajas is the cause of all desires and suffering, how do you describe Rajas is the way of life? You're saying the way of life?
So Rajas is a quality. Yeah.
Quality. Okay.
Yeah. The Rajas is, we have, I'm coming. Going back, I will show you this. So what we studied in the first class, okay, now see this. The 3 qualities. This is Sattva Guna. So Sattva Guna is given in the form of, the color is white color. So we should not understand the white color directly. So we have to imagine this is pure. The purity is explained in this color. So the mind should get this kind of form also. That's why the color is brought. So Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna and Tamo Guna. So what Krishna explains, whenever we get Sattva Guna, we get Yada Sarveshu Dwareshu Prakasha Upajayate. Prakasha means you get this, the divine qualities. Santamurti. Ahimsa is there. The truthfulness is there. Straightforwardness is there. Whenever we get all nice qualities, we can recognize, oh, we are in a Sattva mood. Or if you want to bring the Sattva, then you have to develop the good quality. In both the ways, that is okay. So Sattva, whenever we have to be in Sattva, we get our nice good quality. Dharmika Buddhi. When our mind goes into Rajas, then we are very agitated. Tension will be there, and stress will be there, and desires will be there, anger will be there, jealous will be there. Whenever you get this kind of negative thing, we can understand this is the mood is in Rajas. Inertia. And Dirgha Sutta will do this later. I cannot do now. So it's okay. Let me take rest. All the time, the mind goes and it gets into inertia. That is called Tamoguna. So first we have to segregate. So what is Tamas, what is Rajas, and what is Sattva? First we have to understand very properly. This is what I told. This is a study about this, the engine setup under the bonnet. This is a bonnet. You have to study this. Once if you study, then we are very thorough. Whenever the mind goes into tamas, we bring back to rajas. From the rajas, we try to bring to sattva. Is that okay? The 14th chapter explains very nicely Bhagavad Gita. If you find time, just take this 14th chapter, slowly you start reading it. Gurudev commentary is there. Is it okay?
Swamiji, I have a question. So, you talked about the causes, all the causes for gunas, the 10 different causes. And you said they should all be raised to one level, which is, the sattva. Everybody. So my question is everybody's level of sattva the level that they have to reach different? And the question is also, is the level different? And then my other question is it bad to have too much of it? Because you said we have to go beyond the sattva also. So level is different for everybody. And then my next question is, how do you go beyond the sattva?
Yeah, so how to go beyond the sattva, so we are going to see in tomorrow. Tomorrow. Okay, the answer is again how to go beyond the sattva is the answer here. And if you go to, what do you call, the 14th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, he also says that how to go beyond the sattva. So how to go beyond the sattva, he has given the example of this, yeah, this is what we studied. The example of the bamboos, when they rub themselves, it creates the fire. Here, the fire is the fire of knowledge. The fire of knowledge is created by the bamboo itself, with the rub. In the same way, in the tamasa, you will not get the fire of knowledge. The knowledge you will not get. In rajas also, you will not get that. So knowledge belongs to sattva. Okay, therefore the swan and the white color, everything is symbolized here. The knowledge comes from sattva. The fire, the knowledge is sometimes indicated by the fire. Because jnana deepa. Once if you create this knowledge, the fire, this fire will burn the sattva itself. The first day I told you that you have to, when you burn the dead body, you just throw this also. With the sattva only, you have to destroy the sattva. How to destroy the sattva by the sattva? Because of this, the bamboo rubs each other, it gets the fire of knowledge. The fire of knowledge, what you are getting through the study, from that only you have to burn this sattva also. Yeah.
Swamiji, can I ask a question?
Have you understood? And one more thing, you go to the 10 aspects. In the 10 aspects, you have to, for your own analysis, it is given. So you have to take each and every, in this part I am okay, in this part I am okay. Sometimes you come to reading habit is very good. So you read till 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock also. And when you read, you get sattva. And sometimes when you see some place, you are getting sattva. So your mind works in such a way that in some places, without your effort, you get sattva. In some places, without your effort, it goes, I don't like this, I don't like this. Suddenly it goes into tamas. I like this. You become very active. So we have to study our thing, and all the levels you have to bring to again and again. Krishna says, Nitya sattvasto bhava, Trigunya vishaya veda, nistraigunyo bhava arjuna. You go beyond 3 gunas. And sattva also is a problem. What Ramakrishna Paramsa says, in one of the stories, one of the teachings, the 3 people lived. The 3 kinds of, what do you call? The thief, okay? 3. This is thief number 1. Okay? It should be like this only. This is thief number 2. Very powerful, okay? And this is thief number 6. So black you cannot see, therefore I am bringing it. You cannot see the black. It is a black board. Therefore, I brought it in blue color. So this is, this person is number 1, number 2, and number 3. 3 thieves. So one person went into that forest. In that forest, 3 people were living. 3 thieves. And one person, this person went into the forest. These 3 people caught him because he has got some money, property. And they have taken all his, stolen all his property. The first person told, You finish this fellow. Destroy him. First person says, first thief. Second person, anyway we have taken his property, don't leave him. Just to tie this fellow in the tree. Little grace he is showing. Little grace. And third person comes. No. Anyway, you have taken all the property, don't tie him. Just allow him, let him go. Okay. The third person has got very grace, so much of grace and compassion. They said, please you go. We have taken your property. That is enough. He can go. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says that all these three people are thieves living in the forest of samsara. So one person is highly dangerous. When compared with that person, this person little better, and this person shows that highly compassionate. Even this also included in that kind of category. And the person who went into the forest, he says that, sir, when you compare with the two people, you are very gracious. Oh, you are a very nice person. Can you come with me till my house? And he says that, no, I cannot come with you. When I cross the border, I will be caught. So my area is in the forest. I will be living in the forest only. I can show you the path. How can you get out from the forest? Okay. The same way, the sattva, rajas, tamas, the sattva is a little better. Even the sattva also, that's why Krishna again says, go beyond sattva, go beyond sattva. Why? Because this is good, you cannot stay in the forest. You have to get out. But from this people only you have to get help. These two people cannot help you, and the third person can help you till some border, and you have to cross that border from that forest. This is Ramakrishna Paramahamsa explaining about the three gunas. Is it okay?
Yeah, very nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Swamiji. On the same topic, I have a question. You have said that these 10 causes are supposed to be brought up to a level to achieve sattva guna. But what is the measure? How much we have to bring it up? How do you measure that we have done enough for each cause?
We do not have any measuring rod to measure here. There's nothing is gone. If it is liquid, you have liter. If it is cloth, you have meter. Okay, if you have weight, you have the weight stone will be there. Here we do not have any meter or machine, nothing is there. No vernier caliper, no screw gauge here. So your mind is what that? Your mind should know everything. So for everything you cannot ask, you bring some measure. The measure is, you go to 14th chapter, there he brings. If you have this kind of quality, you understand you are in Sattva Guna. Yada prakasha upajayate. Whenever you get the prakasha, then you can understand you are in pure sattva. Suppose you are sleepy and you are very lazy, then you are in that's all. So there the sadhak's mind should come to measure where I am, and he has to measure himself and he has to move from that place. So there sadhak's mind should get this kind of thing, making effort. So there is I never seen any measuring the tape or instrument or this and that. So when you read the sloka, he says, this is called sattva, this is called rajas, and this is called tamas. And you have to understand, you have to get up and you have to walk. Is it okay?
Thank you so much.
Guruji, I have one question. Can I ask you, please?
Yeah.
Guruji, normally action, the gunas which you have said 10, action normally we relate to rajas. So
yes.
the actions which we do as a karam yogi, that is also comes into the category of rajas, or it comes straight to sattva? And which actions come into rajas which we should avoid?
So this is in the rajas. Rajas is very active. Going back. Yes. Going back. See, in this rajas, when you see, we are very active. The person is very active. Okay. This active part of rajas you can utilize to move from rajas to sattva. In this rajas, if you take, your question is very nice question. Okay. Yeah. The two part. Now, what Gurudev says, hey, you are not fit for higher studies and meditation for 24 hours to get released. Okay. Still you are in rajas. So instead of going into sense objects and getting into the problem, Okay, this force, you convert this force into very active force to work in the field. When you work, you have to work in this attitude. What kind of attitude? Not expecting anything. Not expecting anything. When I convert this negative force into positive force, the positive force will give me push that I can go to sattva. Okay, from the sattva, slowly I can get out. So converting this negative kama, krodha, lobha, moha, maha, mada, mascharya, all the things into the dynamic force. The dynamic force, I do all kind of my work, then I can push. Are you okay?
Yeah, trying to take and digest it.
No, see, Rajasic means very dynamism. What we explained here, we studied, from the Rajas only you get Kama, Krodha. Okay? The Kama, Krodha is, what is the Kama, Krodha? Force. So this force, the conservation of energy we studied in science, okay? So one energy is converted into another energy. Okay, the boy, we have a boy in our home. This boy is very dynamic and breaking everything. Whatever you get, he breaks. So you take this fellow and register his name in the karate class. Okay? You take him to the karate class. The same force breaking in the home, he completely channelizes his force into positive thing. So channelizing this negative force, and because how to drop it? You have force. So channelizing this into a positive force, this positive force, don't break the society, make the society by bringing your best. You are very dynamic. If I have Kama Krodha, I can spoil the society, convert the Kama Krodha, this force into dynamism, and this dynamism turn into other direction. The Gurudev says that this is the force of the water. If you block the water, okay, so this will spoil this the villages. When you block the water, you have to make in such a way that this will be channelized in a positive direction. Channelizing the energy in the positive direction, work for the society, work for your own development. So that will give push the economical growth of the society, and your economy also goes, and you are getting refinement. Slowly you move to that place. The conservation of energy only. Transferring one energy into another positive energy. Through that, you just go. Okay, this is how from one place to other place you have to move.
So as a Karam Yogi, whatever action we are doing, it is considered as a Sattva Guna, not a part of Rajas.
So you are mixing the Sattva. So now see, when you are doing, you are good. So you are analyzing very nicely. So Sattva Guna means not expecting anything, okay? No expectation.
Yeah.
No expectation. And the Raja Guna, you have dynamism. Okay? Dynamism. So this dynamism, all the negative force, you become dynamic, you want to work for the society. When you're working, you mix this sattva, not expectation, okay? Mixing it. So as you mix more and more, you are exhausting your vasana, slowly, your mind is getting purified, you move from this level to that level. I hope you understood.
Got it. Yes, got it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Expectation means Daiva Guna. I am not expecting anything. Daiva Guna. How Daiva Guna comes? So one part here you just mix, okay? So this is completely milk. So you are boiling the milk, and one part of the sugar you brought and put it in the milk. The milk becomes sweet. Okay? How dynamism. I can work for my own fame, my own fame and name. I'm working for my own name and fame. It's okay, says this is bitter feeling. You mix little sugar, then you become sweet, not expecting. Same work, not expecting. That means you are beginning from Sattva Guna. So slowly Sattva. No, you open the door to go into Sattva Guna. Slowly you open the door. Sattva Guna. From Rajas, how to convert yourself into Sattva. Simply I told few thoughts only. This is called reflection. First, hearing the things from the person, then you sit and reflect, you get more clarity. This is called reflection. Sravana, after Sravana, you are doing Marana. Therefore, you are asking this kind of question. From this question, how to go from Sattva, Rajas to Sattva. Very practical. But when you study the scriptures They give only from Rajas to Sattva you have to go. Yes, how to go? See how to bring good value. How to bring good values? What happened inside? Then you have to sit and reflection. You get so many questions, so many answers from your reflection. Sir, Kama, Krodho, Lobo, Moha, Mada, Mada, Mastery. Okay, dynamic. Instead of going there, block everything. Once if you block, the dynamism is there. All become positive dynamism. What should I do? Okay. What should I do with the dynamism? Okay. Do good for the society. Okay. When you good for the society, I get name and fame. No, if you get name and fame, again you are standing there itself, you are not growing. Society is getting benefited. You are standing in the same place. Madhya Tishtanti Rajasaha. Jaganya Guna Vrittistaha do Gachinti Tamasa. Tamo Guna, it goes down. Rajo Guna, you are standing there itself. You conserved the energy, you collected the energy, you serve the society, still you are standing there. How to go up? Udvam Gachanti Sattvastaha. If you come there, then you go a little above. How to go above? Get one quality, mix in this Rajas, then you convert Rajas into Sattva, completely one day will become Sattva. I hope you
very
understand.
Well explained. Very well explained, Guruji.
Very practically you can.
Yes.
So this you have to do a reflection yourself, then you'll get.
That's
Scriptures
right.
Will get.
That's right.
So we have one sloka in Sanskrit we have. Okay. So 1/4 of the knowledge. 1/4 of the knowledge you are getting from your teacher. 1/4 of the knowledge you are getting from your own reflection. You reflect, you get it. 1/4 from your fellow students. When they make mistake, you can learn. Oh, from others' mistake, I learn. And 1/4 time will teach you. Because of maturity, we get time will teach. Acharyat padam adatte sishyaha, padam swamedaya, padam sabrahmacharibhyaha, padam kalakramenacha. This is how we get the complete knowledge. Okay, so 1/4 we hear from the teacher, another 1/4 we get all the clarity because we start reflecting how it comes, why it comes. So much of information. When we reflect, we get it. Another 1/4 from other questions, other answers, and other mistakes. Oh, this is what I should not do. Oh, this is what I have to do. And another 1/4 the time will do because we get so many experience. From the experience, we add that experience with the existing knowledge. Oh, this is what I have to understand. Now I understood. Time teaches. Is it okay? That's a nice question, nicely reflected.
Yesterday you had talked about the fourfold qualities required to enter the path of knowledge, Viveka and Vairagya. What are the other two, Swamiji?
Samadhi Shadka Sampatti and the Mumukshutvam. Yes. So this is there in Tattva Bodham. You note down the book Tattva Bodham. Tattva Bodham by Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya. So that book is available in our mission centers. Please go through the very, very simple book you can understand. The complete basic concepts of Advaita Vedanta is explained in that book. Samadhi Shadka Sampatti. Because, so that will take more time. That's why I didn't bring that part here. If I go to Samadhi Shadka Sampatti and all, it will take more time. Therefore, I didn't bring that. Samadhi Shadka Sampatti, 6 qualities. This is quality number 1. This is quality number 2. This is all the 6 qualities put together. This is 3. The subdivisions. And the 4th one, the 4 qualities. The 3rd quality has got a 6 subdivision. Shama, Dama, Uparma, Tidiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana, like that. Okay, take Tattva Bodha, go there. Slowly, it's a very simple language is written by Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya. You will get it.
Thank you so much.
Swamiji, I have one quick question, not so complicated. In the 10 causes for the gunas, was water, apam. So I was just curious, why only apam and not food?
Yeah, so sometimes they will bring this kind of word, that's all.
Okay, but it's representative of
understood.
Okay.
Sometimes the yo naraha. Naraha means nari also understood. Okay. In many places they will bring this word. In this word you bring everything in that. The language brings that kind of. And there you have to see what the meter and there are so many things they kept in the Sanskrit. That is the beauty of Sanskrit.
Yeah.
Apaha. So in Tamil, appam means appam, eating food. It's like dosa, Tamil appam. So appam, different appam. Here apaha.
I thought so, but I just wanted to clarify.
So water includes the food also. Yes. In many contexts we see, when I say this also, you all come means you also included that. And people are saying, oh, you are calling me. You have to give me a separate invitation, then only I will come. Okay, all come. That means everybody included. Apaha. Apaha means the literal thing is water. Then you have to, water means not only water. So again water. Is this H2O or some color water? Color water, soft or drink, or so many things are coming in that. Apaha. That's all. So whatever you eat, like that you have to understand. That's why we have to see the commentary of our saints. When we see the commentary, what we have to understand, how we have to understand, we go in that line. Otherwise, we will bring our own thought, we will be deviated. When we do the scriptures, we should not bring our own idea. We can collect the parallel thought. Because this is what we studied, this is what we studied, this is what we have to understand. But we have to go along with the master's line. Yenaiva yata yateosya param, tameva margam tavannirdishami. So whatever our ancestors showed the path, the same path we have to travel. Otherwise, this path is very subtle and we will be lost somewhere else. We will not reach the goal. So the same, the traditional path we have to follow to reach the destination, because thousands of people reach it there. Nowadays, the modern people, they come with a new thought. You can do whatever you want, this and that. No, dangerous. What Krishna told, what Rama showed, what Vedavyasa told, what Valmiki told, what Swami Vivekananda told, this is the traditional path and we have to follow that. So all new thoughts are a little dangerous. Okay? Nice questions you asked today. Premal Jariom, how are you?
Swamiji, I have a question.
Today only I saw you. Very good. How are you? Fine? All right. Archana Anand, all right. From Yamunotri, yes.
No, yesterday I could not come because the limit was reached yesterday, so I was a little bit late.
Today they are open, so anybody can come. Now space is there.
Thank you very much, Swami. Hariom, pranams.
Hariom. Next question.
Swamiji, I have a question. I'm from California. I just joined today. You talked about dosha drishti, which is required. And you also said, Gurudev said that no fault, you should not see fault. I didn't understand the context.
Other simple context, very simple. So you should not see this kind of, when you come with the people, okay? The relationship, the people will have the problems. So 100% we don't have anything 100%. 100% means Rama, that's all. 100% if you see, that is Rama. Okay? 100% Rama is 100%. We are all 35%. Suppose you have 35% of qualities, you are past. You passed. That's all. If you are 60% first class man, 80%, oh, you are almost near Rama. Okay? So we should not now see, suppose you are doing dhanam, only one quality, dhanam you are doing, okay, dhanam. The first person does dhanam. Dhanam kudta. Once if he is given the dhanam, he thinks, why should I give this? After doing dana, I should not have done this. Thought number one. Anyway, you have given dana, after that, this person, he gives the dana, and every now and then he keeps on telling that I only did this, I only did. He is a hero, his coat is mine. He is a hero, our coat is he gives and keep on telling that. Keeps on telling that this is mine, this is mine. The second way. Third, he gives and forgets. So all people have done dana. The first person he gives, I should not have given. First word. Anyway, the dana is there. We get pass mark. We have given. Okay, this person is given and keep on repeating. So I only told, I only gave. Okay, 60% gave him. This person gives and forgotten, 90 to 100%. This is a range. When you're doing dana, is a great quality. When you do dana, why again and again you are telling, we are seeing the dosha in that person. We are seeing dosha in person. Gurudev says, don't see this kind of dosha. Everybody has got this kind of thing. Anyway, he has done the dana. That's all. That's all. So when we don't see this kind of thing, okay, you have to accommodate the people. And if you see the mistakes, we will not have anybody in our life. We will send our own relatives also, hey, you are not good, get out. Hey, you are not good, get out. And they also will say, you are not good, you also get out. We close the house. Everybody should be get out of the house. That is not possible. When you live with the people, they have so many shortcomings because they have come from many janmas. People will have small mistake. Adjust with the mistake and take the people, live happily, grow together. This is what Gurudev told. Yeah. Start loving, start liking the person will be slowly. Everybody is working for our own development only. So in that context, so don't, don't make it a big thing. Okay. I also have a problem, you also have a problem. Together we'll grow. This is what we have to understand there. And here, when the objects are pulling us, there we have to bring the dosha drishti, because otherwise we will fall. I hope you understood the different context in the right.
Yes. Thank you, Guru.